Coming off a big win in Week 8, the Chino Hills Huskies were at home facing the Etiwanda Eagles, who were ready to turn things around after their loss in a close one against the Rancho Cucamonga Cougars. It looked like the first quarter would end with both teams scoreless, but on 3rd and 3 from the Huskies' 38, the Eagles running back Kalen Thomas gets the handoff and runs up the sideline for a touchdown, giving Etiwanda the 7-0 lead with 16 seconds left in the quarter. On the first play after the ensuing kickoff, the Huskies' boss Price shows that 8 seconds on the clock is plenty of time to do some damage as the sophomore gets the pitch from quarterback Zach Sturdivant, and he's off to the races as Price goes 75 yards for the touchdown. This ties the game at 7 as time expires in the first quarter. The game would remain tied until Chino Hills running back Grady O'Donnell runs the ball into the end zone from 4 yards out, as this puts the Huskies in front 14-7 in the second quarter. Etiwanda would quickly come back as the running game dominated for the Eagles. Junior running back Kempson Pierce gets the handoff and uses his amazing speed as he blows by the Chino Hills defense and takes the ball 62 yards for the touchdown. This ties the game at 14 with less than 5 minutes remaining in the second quarter. Chino Hills would jump back in the lead 17-14 to close out the first half on this 22-yard field goal by Carlos Benitez. In the second half, the Eagles would have opening possession and made the most of it as Etiwanda Junior quarterback Andrew Kanansky throws a pass into the end zone for Michael Neal as the wide receiver soars up in the air to make the grab. This gives Etiwanda the lead 21-17 in the third quarter. Still in the third quarter with just over 2 minutes left, Huskies quarterback Zach Sturdivant connects with sophomore tight end Dylan Tucker with this screen pass for the 15-yard touchdown. That puts Chino Hills back on top again, leading 24-21. The Huskies would put more points on the board with this 2-yard pass from quarterback Zach Sturdivant to Anthony Rosales. Chino Hills leads Etiwanda by 10 with a score of 31-21 in the fourth quarter. However, Etiwanda would quickly close in on the lead on the very first play after the ensuing kickoff. It was Kempson Pierce yet again taking the handoff, blazing up the middle as he's off for the 80-yard dash to score the touchdown. This makes it a 3-point ball game with Chino Hills leading 31-28 with 10:45 left in the fourth quarter. Chino Hills would make it a 10-point lead yet again with this 4-yard run into the end zone by senior running back Justin Rogers, as the Huskies lead is now 38-28 with 7:33 left in the game. The Eagles continue to claw back as junior running back Kamari Pleasant takes the handoff and scores on the 2-yard run to put Etiwanda back into the game, trailing 38-35 with 6:11 left in the fourth quarter. Etiwanda gets a big break when the Huskies' Justin Rogers fumbles the ball, and the Eagles recover it on their own 33-yard line with 5:11 left in the game. On 4th and 9 from the Huskies' 43, Etiwanda has to go for it with just over 2 minutes left in the game, and the sideline pass from quarterback Andrew Kanatsky to Keon Stevens is complete, and Stevens fights to get the first down and out of bounds to stop the game clock at the Chino Hills 34. Still on the same drive with over a minute left in the game, the Eagles have another 4th down situation, and this time the Huskies defense steps up as Etiwanda quarterback Andrew Kanatsky is sacked, turning the ball over on downs to the Huskies, who would run out the clock. Chino Hills holds on to win 38-35 in a game that was like two heavyweight prize fighters battling. We had a chance to talk to Huskies head coach Matt Bechtel after the game, and here's what he had to say.
Well, I mean, we knew that Etiwanda had a very good football team. I mean, they got athletes, they got size, they got speed. I mean, there's no denying that. We also knew going in that their defense had only given up, 77 points. The highest they've given up in a game is 31, and we knew we were going to have our hands full. But I thought up front our offensive line did a great job. I thought our quarterback managed the game well. I thought the running backs ran their butts off, and we're blessed because we've got actually four guys that can get out there and run the ball. And, at the end, I'll be honest with you, man, I think we were a little bit more disciplined than them, but we were a lot more physical because they had a bunch of guys laying on the ground, and our guys were just fighting and scratching and clawing. Our defense made a great stop at the end. It was a team win.